Well, first video with the new GoPro. Hopefully it works out. None of the horror stories that everybody talks about are true. I'm not a fan of the SD card they sent with it. I'd rather had a SanDisk, but we'll try this one for a while and see how things go. Obviously, if you watched my last video, I told you that I was going to be doing a plowing video today. Well, I hate to disappoint you, but we're going to have to replace the plowing video with a combine video. I know, real bummer. Everybody's going to hate me for it. I tested some of that short season corn yesterday, and it was down to 16%. So figured might as well go get that while the weather's decent. But first things first, gotta put my tool bag together. I think 15 and 1 inch, an inch and 1/8, 16th. Do I take more wrenches? I think we're good. Ooh, definitely taking my stubby wrenches. And that, and that, and that, and that. And these, and these, and these, and some vice grips just to be sure. And a hammer. Just trying to think of anything I might be forgetting. I don't know if it's worth taking a 3/8 drive or not. Crescent wrench, definitely going to want a couple of them. I think that should cover most of my bases. Damn it. This one's still alive? Oh yeah, that one's still good. We'll take that light. Just gonna have to get some D's to put in my mag light. I think that ought to do her. So I guess we'll catch you over at the barn getting the combine. Well, here we go. Not gonna lie to you, I was really contemplating not videoing this because this corn that I'm about to run is fucking terrible. Like, literally all I'm gonna be doing is mowing the stalks down and saving whatever ears are left. It's bad. And the other 8 acres I had planted to this 88-day corn got flooded out, and I tried to replant it, and then when I got all my replant in the ground, it quit raining for 6 weeks, so none of the replant came up, so there's absolutely no plant population. So there's weeds like you wouldn't believe, which it stayed clean,
up until about 6 weeks ago, and apparently what little bit of atrazine I laid down finally wore off, and then the stuff there, the mare's tail, and on the end rows where I have absolutely no plant population, the foxtail came back with a damn vengeance, and it's terrible. But that being said, I've said before, I show the successes and I show the failures, and this video is going to be absolutely 100% a crop failure. Part of it a failure on my part, part of it a failure on the weather's part. Well, we're gonna start here, and then I gotta get some help to move over to the other field, but I'll show you what the damn ears look like. The other field, the ears are better, there's just no damn plants, so. But this field, the ears just, they did not, well, that one filled out, but it ain't very big. And then the deer screwed all this. I'm sorry, I'm going with aliens, because everybody keeps trying to contradict me that deer won't do this to a field, because apparently deer are nice dainty eaters, and they just walk right down the row all politely and eat one ear at a time and never touch the stalk. It's not like, you know, they're calf-size animals that can't trample anything. Like I say, I'm just saving what's left. It's almost a waste of fucking diesel to come out here. But like that ear's not filled to the tip. That ear's not filled to the tip because this stuff was trying to pollinate right in the middle of our second drought we had, and it just didn't. Yeah. Normally I'm excited to shell corn, but the only reason I'm getting on this so quick is because I just want to get it done and over with and get it chisel plowed and forget about it. Hopefully the grain truck doesn't give me any issues. The battery was kind of weak in it. It almost started itself, but I ended up having to jump it. I really need to put a battery cutout on this thing, so when I park it I can shut the battery off. You can do the same thing, just unhooking the battery cables, but you just reach down under there and there's a cutout switch that you can not need any tools for, because the radio in that thing, the memory draws that battery down like you wouldn't believe. I had the same issue when I put the Fender radio on the 1600, and I ended up just deleting the damn memory function on the radio so that it quit doing it. Now I hope I got the hedge parked in a spot where I can get it off the hedge cart. walking behind the combine, looking for loss out of the machine, you gotta look and see where your kernels are laying. Especially now that I don't have a spreader on the back of that, it makes it even more obvious. Got it on the row, got it on the row, got it on the row, got it on the row. What that tells you is that you're butt shedding at the head, or butt shelling at the head, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it except shell it when it's a little wetter. But corn doesn't gain moisture, 16% is what it is. That being said, I think I could turn my fan speed down just a little bit, because in the center it looks like I have a little bit more than on the rows. Which I can't remember if I actually turned that down after I got done running wheat or not. I definitely did not. See if I can get a hopper out of this, and we'll catch you when I'm going to dump. Well, I don't even know what to say about this, other than that was fucking terrible. That was, I don't even know if there was 50 bushel there. Oh my God. It's kind of a pity because it's nice looking corn. It cleaned up really good. It just, there wasn't anything there. And the next field ain't any better. Like I say, if I fill this truck once today, I am going to be impressed. Said, damn it, I really like that mag mount. That is handy as shit. But like I said, let's bring on the tools, because this video is gonna do it. Corn, it only gets better from here. I got one other field that's not that great, but everything else is not great but tolerable. But I gotta make a phone call, see if I can get a ride, help move equipment. And I guess we'll catch you guys at the next failure. Well, remember I said the second field wasn't any better? Well, it's probably even worse. I should have just came out here and mowed it down and called it good. This is terrible. This field lays incredibly wet to begin with. I mean, really wet. And it flooded out. I replanted it, then the replant sprouted. We didn't get any rain, and the replant died because it didn't have a root system to survive. And then we come back to a 1/4 pound of atrazine to the acre, doesn't do shit. So this is the mess I gotta clean up. And I'm not even gonna run the whole thing and waste the fuel. I'm just gonna hit the good spots, and save what I can. It's gonna look a whole lot better after I run over with a stock chopper. It's like the Magic Eraser. didn't even fill the truck. There's probably only about 200 bushel in here. I hope there's 200 bushel in here. If there's less than that, I'm gonna go home and drink heavily tonight. But that being said, getting these two fields out of the way gets the worst of the corn out of the way. And it's all uphill from here. I got one little 2-acre patch that is just like this field. It lays wet, and I couldn't get any replant to come into it, and the ragweed got a hold of it, and I just couldn't get it cleaned back up. So I got to get through that, and then I got the house, which is really good. The muck, which is better than I thought it was going to be. And I got another 14 acres over here. It isn't going to be great, but it's going to be better than that. This was just not my year for growing corn. I've never struggled this bad to grow corn. And this was the year where timing was literally everything. 2 weeks made a big difference around here. This was also the year to have tile. Tile paid big dividends this year. I wish I had more of it. Because you would be surprised, even in a dry spell, the tile ground will always do better. I don't know, it makes no sense how tiled ground will do better when it's dry than untiled ground, but it will. Especially if it's good ground to begin with. That field where I just came from, if that field had tile on it, that would be a night and day difference. It'd be a completely different chunk of ground. And up until I got the muck, that was hands down the most difficult field I've had to farm. Because it's got a bunch of artesian springs in it, and the whole thing, the high ground, the low ground, the whole damn thing just lays wet. And if you can get it on a normal year, like the very first year I farmed that ground, it's what I would consider a normal year. We had normal amounts of rainfall, we didn't have any dry spells. Actually, the first few years I farmed it were like that. It's what you would consider, or when you think about a normal year, what you think about is a normal year. And the first year I farmed it, I put corn out there. I got the field late, got the corn planted late. Didn't really have time to throw a decent amount of fertilizer. I fertilized it, but I didn't have time to soil sample it and fertilize it right. And I still got 187 bushel acre corn off that field, and that field's also grown 55 bushel beans. So I know it's not the fact that the dirt's gone sour or anything like that. It's just we had so much fucking rain right at the beginning of the season, and then it got too damn dry right in the middle. I know it sounds like I'm bitching, but I'm just trying to explain to you. This has been a really shitty year all the way around. We could not catch a break to save our ass. get down here on this ground, which is only a mile, I guess from here it'd be 2 miles south, you get into some really nice black dirt. Well, it's not black, it's really, really dark dirt. And you can grow corn and beans for that matter like nobody's business. And all you gotta do is go 2 miles south and it's that big of a difference. Up around where I'm farming, we have some very difficult ground. And until you've actually farmed the ground that I farm, you don't realize just how difficult it is. Deals where rainfall is almost your worst enemy, because you can have a perfect seed bed, and if you get an inch of rain too fast, you're done. It's packed like a concrete parking lot. And you can try to rotary hoe it, which I did. You saw that. You can try to rotary hoe it, but if it gets that hard, good luck getting a rotary hoe in the ground. But I'm going to cut you off here until we get to the elevator, because I don't want to lose all my camera battery. Well, 210 bushel dry off of 10 acres. Don't have to do any math to tell you how freaking bad that is. However, 58.3 pound test weight and a 16.2 moisture. Can't complain about that. Just wish that it was like 170, 175 bushel an acre corn. But it just wasn't the year for it. Not on that ground anyhow. If the deer would have stayed out of the field on the highway, that field wasn't that bad until they got into it. Sorry, the aliens. Deer don't do that to a field. They're all nice and dainty and leave the stock standing. Anyway, I have to go see if I can bum a ride to get the combine back to the barn. Then I guess we'll get the tee out, throw it on the stock chopper, and go erase that mess. Well, got everybody's favorite turbo out. Got it hooked up to the magic eraser. Run this over everything and we can forget it ever even happened. I guess we're gonna see just how good the video stabilization is on this new camera, because my old one didn't like riding on that fender. So we're gonna give this a shot. do a little bit of mowing and make it where it looks all nice and even. And yeah, you can still tell it wasn't shit for corn, but it makes me feel a little better because now it's all nice and flat. This field's definitely gonna have to be moldboarded because that's well, for two reasons. A, that's the only way you're gonna deal with all this residue effectively, and B, if you don't moldboard it, there's gonna be a shit ton of weed pressure out here next year. So anyway, I guess it's another 8 acres I got a moldboard plow that you'll have a video of. So, but I gotta get this home, and I think I got enough daylight left. You throw the bucket on the 1600 and shove them trees out of the way while I got time, and probably get this video up yet tonight, hopefully. So, well, actually by the time this thing gets uploaded, it'll probably be in the morning. But anyhow, I guess that does it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one.